masculinity, that means that's making me realise or feel anyway that actually, if I disagree with him, that's pointing towards me being less masculine. I think. If that makes any sense.
Yeah, no, I think I know where you're kind of going with that. Yeah, it's interesting, isn't it? Because you've talked about this idea of change and that those views being quite kind of outdated and don't seem to reflect your life or the lives of a lot of your friends, and that those kind of distinct roles are becoming less and less kind of present. Yet there still seems to be a kind of undercurrent of not rocking the boat in terms of those traditional views.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Completely agree with that. And it's kind of like this, for me and a couple of my friends, and I'm sure it's for widely applicable, but it seems like there is kind of like a Jekyll and Hyde situation, or, you know, you are different with who you are, whether it's your inner groups, and especially when there are females present, in terms of when it's a mass group of predominantly all males, the behaviour of people will be different. And if you were to get a masculinity meter and look at, in my head, this is my view, and you measure the masculinity of the guys when they're in that situation, or my friends in the situation, and me in that close circle with family or friends, or like I said, in the workplace, it would be, the males would be deemed less masculine than if you take them out and put them in the group full of all males. And I would say that everyone in there would be more masculine than when they're in this thing, which sounds utterly ridiculous, but
I see what you mean. And do you feel there are different benefits and consequences for you as an individual in those different situations? So when I'm being, the meter's less masculine, who I am and how I feel, as opposed to when it might be kind of higher.
I think the benefits would be, if we're taking the group of all males, the benefits would be the fact that you're getting along with people, you're not rocking the boat.
Yeah.
Sort of, you're all having a good time, and it's bad, but I don't particularly want to be the one to stop that. Yeah. That's within certain boundaries.
Sure.
So that's definitely a benefit of that. I think it doesn't make, on this side, in the close group of friends, I don't think, I'm very happy where I am, and I'm happy with my views, and like I said, I will speak out, I have done so in the past, and I'm happy with that, but only in that circle. But on this side, the benefits are the fact that you do get along, you don't rock the boat, but then you do certain things. If you let slide, or you don't pipe up and shut someone down, then you do start to actually think, this isn't great, or like, I should have said something, I'm annoyed at that, but I can't express myself. So that's definitely a drawback. It can be annoying.
Yeah. And do you think that kind of on a longer term scale, does that have any kind of impacts on yourself or your relationships with those people?
Yeah, I think it can go to the point where, if that's happening constantly, and definitely if it's happening when you're just in a smaller group of people, and it's one, or yourself and two friends, or even just one-on-one with another friend, and similar sort of locker talk or things being said, then I really would start to question the person. But I think I'm more understanding of people saying different things or not speaking up against different things when they're in a wider group, because I'm doing it. Yeah,
sure, you have that.
Yeah, so I sort of perhaps look at a friend and he's laughing at something, and I'm thinking, actually, I know probably you don't actually agree with that, but you're going along just like I am.
Yeah, so. Yeah. Okay. Do you think those things need to change, or is it kind of okay?
I don't think it's okay at all. I think it's going to be hard to change, but I do think it does need to change. I don't think, because that's not breeding any good views, or nothing good is coming out of that. Obviously, when we're just talking specifically at, say, negative opinions around women, or any derogatory things that is going on in that group, I don't think that's good at all. I don't think that's good behaviour, good beliefs, and it can potentially translate into, if that's happening enough. I think sports teams are a great example where it happens so regularly. If you're with a large group of males, constantly, you're training 2 times a week, matches, whatever, and it's going on so much, that can translate then directly into your personal life.
Okay.
When you're in these smaller groups and you start to remember something that was said or what someone did, and then that translates, and which is terrible. It's not excusable there, and it's not excusable there anywhere. But I think it's something that needs to change.
Have you experienced that yourself, in terms of it maybe coming out in places that you didn't really want it to? Or?
No, not myself. And I'm just trying to think of anyone else that I know, and I don't think it has. And I like the fact that it hasn't. Almost seems like that we're just good at covering up or something, but I'm glad it hasn't, because I think this inner circle, when you're with close friends, family, that's a much better reflection of who you are as a person, and I think your masculinity as well. At that stage, I think that is false, it's amplified when you're with the all-male group.
So how would it feel for you, say there was just a situational context that meant some of the things that you have done or said in that situation was then translated into that closer group, and something, you were to say something that was maybe more reflective of that kind of lad kind of behaviour, and it came out in that scenario with closer people? What do you think that would be like? And
it wouldn't be good, and I think it would be... I'll be very surprised by it, and that would be quite worrying for me that I did say something, because then that would actually mean, do I actually believe some of that stuff? If I'm saying it here in this closed group, do I actually believe that? Is that actually who I am? Do I not think that, am I not currently happy with these sort of the mixed roles that me and Grace have in this relationship, or actually... So I think it wouldn't be nice, and I wouldn't like that if that did happen. It would start to question myself and my actual beliefs.
And what would that mean for you, questioning yourself and your beliefs? What kind of impact would that have on you, do you think?
I think it would just be, like I said, it would be a surprise. It would be tough, and I think it would make me question it, and maybe just make me think less of myself. Really, if I'm saying something. It sounds ridiculous because it doesn't happen a lot, but I may have said something there which is in the all-male group, which is not being great. And like I said, if Grace had heard, she would hate it. Or if I've agreed with something and I've not spoken out, that's just enough. And it'll make me actually think, actually, am I that person? Which isn't good.
And do you think it would have impacts on the people that you were with?
Yeah, I think so. I think if someone, in that close circle did say something, the jump from that all-male group into the close group, and I think it would take me by surprise, and actually be there like, oh, that's, I can't believe you agree with that, or you said that, or you didn't not say anything, and maybe make me question sort of them a bit more, and think, actually, does this person, he maybe he's putting up a front in these close circles that... He's all for this, and so I would definitely question that person, or like I said, myself as well.
Okay. I think you touched on this a bit earlier when you were talking about the kind of closeness in age with you and your sister, and you being closer to her, and she might have exposed you to kind of more traditionally feminine kind of activities and things. Were there other kind of incidents or just experiences from your childhood that makes you feel that kind of contributed to your idea about what a man should and shouldn't be?
Yes. My dad was sort of largely absent growing up. He was a pilot, so he was away travelling quite a lot. My parents split at 7, so in terms of contact with my dad, it wasn't great, so I don't think I drew much from him in terms of what a man should be, although I did always see him as a very strong person, very powerful, and a figurehead, so I did get that from him. So I suppose, perhaps more than I think, but also, although I was quite